Can recency bias help you exploit fantasy football opponents? Imagine you're in a league where everyone is trying to outsmart each other. Some managers get caught up in recent player performances and make quick decisions. That's where recency bias comes into play. It's a mental shortcut where recent events are given more importance than what happened earlier. In fantasy football, this means managers might overvalue a player who just had a big game and ignore their overall season stats. They might also overlook players who have been consistent but had a slow stretch lately. Understanding how this bias influences your opponents can give you an edge. For example, if you notice an opponent is overly excited about a player who scored 3 touchdowns last week, they might be willing to pay more in trades or draft that player earlier than they should. You can take advantage of this by offering trades that seem fair but actually favor you. On the flip side, if a player has been struggling but has a strong history, you might be able to buy low because your opponent is overreacting to recent poor performances. Lineup decisions are also affected by recency bias. Opponents might bench a steady performer after a bad game, thinking they are no longer reliable. If you see this happening, you can plan your moves accordingly. Maybe you can pick up that undervalued player or set your lineup differently to maximize points. To use this strategy effectively, keep track of how players are performing over the entire season, not just the last few weeks. Recognize when your opponents are overreacting to recent events and adjust your tactics. For example, if someone is overhyping a wide receiver after a big game, you might trade for them at a high price, then sell high once the hype dies down. Or, if an opponent is undervaluing a player because of a slow stretch, you can swoop in and get a bargain. The key is to stay objective and not get swept up in the latest hype. Watch how your opponents react to recent performances and use that knowledge to make smarter trades and lineup decisions. By understanding and exploiting recency bias, you can turn your opponents' mental shortcuts into your advantage.